Hello there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's tap into the energy around your connection and the person you're focused on and see what Spirit wants to reveal today. As always, keep what resonates with your heart and release anything that isn't meant for you. All right, Scorpio, let's get into your reading. All right, the energy coming through today is this. There is a deep confession building inside of this person. They carry words they have not found the courage to release, and those words hold permanent weight. This person wants to marry you. They want a love that never dissolves or fades with time. That desire is not casual. It sits heavy in their chest because they understand exactly what it means. What they feel has pushed them into territory they have never entered before with anybody else around. Marriage is not a word they toss around lightly, and right now, it echoes through every private thought. What you are about to hear through these cards is real and carries the full weight of truth. Let us come in close today, because every card confirms what this message has been trying to reveal. Here is our first card, the Emperor, and this one speaks volumes about the intention behind their silence. The Emperor confirms that this person already made their decision. They chose you a very long time ago. What keeps them quiet is not doubt, it is the gravity of what they actually need to say. This card does not appear for temporary attractions. It arrives when the foundation has already been secured. Loyalty runs deep through every part of this person, and none of what they carry happened overnight. The Emperor says this person envisions a life constructed entirely around your warmth, your presence, and your voice. Protection is woven into how they love you, and they have already begun guarding what you share. Their commitment was never spoken aloud, but the Emperor reveals it has existed quietly for a long time. Nobody forced this feeling into existence. It grew on its own, and the growth has never once stopped. The bond they hold with you is not questioned. It is something they have fully and deeply accepted. Certainty like this does not come from infatuation. It forms only when the soul has recognized its match. The next card coming through is the Four of Wands, and this one carries the strongest union energy. Celebration lives inside this card. It points to a bond that is ready to be honored and witnessed. The Four of Wands reveals this person imagines a home with you standing right at the very center. Their vision is not vague. It holds specific details that only form when the heart has fully committed. Commitment radiates from every corner of this card, and it mirrors what they have been quietly building toward. This is not a daydream. The Four of Wands says they have already started preparing for that life. Warmth fills this entire card, and you can feel that their desire for forever is grounded in truth. Every plan they imagine includes your name, your laughter, and the kind of mornings that never feel rushed. The home they picture holds your energy in every room, and that image has never once flickered. Union is the loudest word this card carries, and it wraps around every detail of their quiet longing. Following that, we see the Knight of Pentacles, and this card locks in the devotion behind their confession. The Knight of Pentacles carries the most loyal energy in this deck, and it appeared right here today. This card does not arrive for those who waver. It presents itself only for those completely locked in. Patience defines how this person moves toward you. They have been showing up consistently, even when unnoticed. Every quiet gesture and every moment they chose to stay was proof they belong right beside you. Their love operates through actions rather than empty words, and this card validates the weight of their intention. What the cards are showing collectively is a person who already decided that you are there forever. The reason they remain silent is because the magnitude of this confession terrifies them at their core. Telling you they want forever means risking everything, and this person refuses to lose you over poor timing. The connection between you two is undeniable, and every card pulled today confirms this was built to last. Their confession will come forward not from outside pressure, but because their heart will no longer contain it. The devotion revealed here is rare, and the cards want you to understand that this was never ordinary. Now, let us go deeper into this, because your side of this connection holds just as much weight. You have been carrying feelings you never fully expressed, and the silence around them is exhausting you. A heaviness sits in your chest when you least expect it, and it lingers there for hours. You want clarity. You want to know where you stand, but uncertainty keeps pulling you back inside. Part of you already senses what is happening. Your intuition has been whispering the truth for a while. The frustration is not about love being absent, it is about love being present with no confirmation. Your depth of feeling sometimes convinces you that you are the only one investing anything at all. Here's our first card for your energy, the Queen of Cups, and she mirrors your inner world. The Queen of Cups confirms you absorb everything, every silence and every unspoken gesture directed your way. Your heart processes information before your mind catches up, and that is why overwhelm arrives without reason. Emotional intelligence runs through you naturally, but it also means you carry weight that was never yours. The Queen of Cups shows your love language lives in presence, in consistency, in the quiet, unnoticed acts. You have been pouring into this connection without keeping score, and the exhaustion has started catching up. There are nights where you replay every moment, searching for proof that your feelings are being matched. This card reveals a tenderness inside you that most people never witness, and it runs incredibly deep. You guard your vulnerability like a treasure, only revealing it when genuine trust has been earned over time. That weight is not weakness, the Queen of Cups says. It is the strongest form of emotional courage. Your capacity to love without guarantees is rare, and this card honors every ounce of patience you offered. Nobody taught you how to hold this much feeling. You developed that strength entirely on your own. Loving without a safety net takes immense bravery, and the Queen of Cups says you have done that. The next card coming through is the Three of Swords, and it speaks directly to your inner conflict. The Three of Swords does not always mean heartbreak. Here, it points to the ache of loving unresolved. A wound reopens every time you convince yourself that what you feel might be entirely one-sided. The Three of Swords confirms your pain is not imagined. It is the natural cost of caring deeply. Confusion has visited you more often than peace lately, and your mind circles the same questions endlessly. Your overthinking is not a flaw. It is your mind attempting to protect a heart that gave freely. You wonder if your patience is wisdom, or if it keeps you trapped in a place that hurts. This card reveals your fear of being let down is louder than your trust in what could unfold. The ache you carry lives between hope and doubt, and navigating that space has drained you quietly. Vulnerability has a cost, and the Three of Swords confirms you have paid it without receiving any receipt. The emotional labor you have invested deserves acknowledgement, and the Three of Swords sees every bit of it. Your heart is not broken, It is stretched between wanting to believe and needing proof to hold on to. Following that, we see the star, and this card shifts the entire vibration of your experience right now. The star confirms underneath all of your doubt, a quiet and steady faith has never actually left you. Hope lives inside you in a way that cannot be faked, and the star says it belongs there. The star reveals your healing has already begun, even though you have not consciously recognized it happening. Your spirit has been quietly restoring itself, gathering strength from the same love that once felt draining. Renewal is happening inside you whether you notice it or not, and this card holds that promise firmly. A softness is returning to your energy, a willingness to remain open that surprises even you at times. The star says your vulnerability is not a flaw, it is what makes your connection worth believing in. You deserve love that does not leave you guessing, and the star confirms it is approaching now. Okay, let us see what the cards are showing today, because their emotional world runs far deeper. What is happening inside them right now is intense, and they are struggling to manage all of it. Fear has wrapped itself around their ability to speak, and every attempt to confess dissolves before it lands. They rehearse the words constantly, but the moment feels too fragile, and the stakes feel impossibly high. Their silence is not indifference. It is the sound of a heart overwhelmed by its own weight. Every feeling they carry for you has roots that go further back than you would ever expect. This connection did not begin recently for them. It started the moment they recognized your presence was different. Here is our first card, the Moon, and this one reveals the hidden landscape of their emotional truth. The Moon confirms they are navigating confusion, not about how they feel, but about how to reveal it. Layers beneath their composure would surprise you, fears they have never voiced to a single soul. The Moon says their emotions shift between certainty and terror, and that cycle repeats almost every single night. They know what they want, but the fear of disrupting what already exists keeps them frozen in hesitation. Vulnerability feels dangerous to them, not because they distrust you, but because they distrust their own worthiness. The Moon reveals a deep insecurity hiding beneath their confident exterior, and it controls more than they admit. They question whether they deserve the kind of future they imagine, and that doubt eats at them constantly. Their fear is not rejection alone, it is the possibility that wanting too much could push you away. The Moon confirms that their inner world is a storm dressed as calm, and nobody else sees it. Beneath the surface, they carry a longing so heavy that it has changed how they move through life. Their entire rhythm has shifted because of you, and they feel that shift in every waking moment. Sleepless hours are common for them now, and your name surfaces in every unguarded moment of their solitude. The next card is the Six of Cups, and this one traces their feelings right back to origin. The Six of Cups says their love is rooted in familiarity, in a recognition that felt instant. They did not choose to feel this way. It arrived without warning and settled into them like memory. A nostalgic quality surrounds how they hold you in their mind, as though you existed there before. The Six of Cups reveals they often return to the earliest moments shared, replaying them with sacred attention. Those memories are not just fond, they are foundational, and they built the entire architecture of their devotion. Their attachment to you grew quietly through accumulated moments, each one layering more meaning onto what they feel. The Six of Cups says they associate you with warmth, with safety, with a feeling of arriving home. Their emotional roots in this connection are not shallow. They run so deep that removal would cause damage. Nostalgia is their shelter. They retreat into memories of you whenever the present feels too uncertain to navigate. The tenderness they carry is almost childlike in its purity, unguarded and raw in a way rarely allowed. Every version of you they have witnessed lives inside their heart, and none of those have been forgotten. Following that, we see the Nine of Swords, and this card exposes the mental toll of their silence. The Nine of Swords confirms their mind races at night, replaying confessions they cannot bring themselves to speak. Anxiety grips them when they consider the distance between what they feel and what they have expressed. The Nine of Swords shows sleepless nights filled with imagined conversations, rehearsed words, and outcomes they cannot control. Their greatest torment is the gap between devotion and silence, and it widens with every day that passes. They punish themselves for not being brave enough, and that internal pressure has become a constant, quiet burden. The weight of holding this confession alone has affected their peace, their focus, and their emotional steadiness entirely. The Nine of Swords reveals they are caught between speaking and protecting, and neither option feels safe. So let us go ahead and get into it because the energy shifts entirely toward movement now. A decision has already been made on their end, and the wheels behind it are turning. They are no longer sitting still. Steps are being taken right now, even if you cannot see them. The shift is deliberate, and it carries the kind of momentum that does not slow down or reverse. Plans are forming behind closed doors, and every move they make from this point involves your name. Their behavior is about to change in ways that become impossible to ignore, and it accelerates fast. This is not wishful thinking. The cards confirm that real and tangible movement is already underway. Here is our first card, the Eight of Wands, and it represents speed and unmistakable forward motion. The Eight of Wands says things that felt stagnant will now accelerate, and that shift happens quickly. Communication is coming. A message or conversation that was delayed will finally push through the barrier. The Eight of Wands confirms they will reach out, and when they do, it will carry real weight. Expect contact that feels different from the usual, something more direct and more intentional than anything before. The pace of this connection picks up dramatically now, and stalling is no longer an option for them. Obstacles that once blocked their approach are dissolving, and the path ahead is clearing rapidly for them. Decisions they postponed are now landing with urgency, and the gap between thought and action is collapsing. This card confirms physical movement toward you, a deliberate closing of distance that happens in real time. The Eight of Wands leaves no room for hesitation. It demands follow through, and it demands it now. Speed defines this card, and the Eight of Wands says the waiting period has officially reached its end. Their next move will carry force and clarity that matches the full depth of the intention behind it. Every barrier between silence and expression is dissolving, and the Eight of Wands confirms that shift is final. Once the Eight of Wands activates, there is no pulling back, and the cards say it has activated. The next card is the Chariot, and this one locks in their determination to move toward you directly. The Chariot says they made a conscious choice to stop waiting and to start pursuing what matters. Willpower is driving them forward, and the Chariot confirms nothing external will slow down their momentum now. This card represents controlled force. They are not acting recklessly, but with undeniable resolve and sharp focus. The Chariot says they are organizing their approach and preparing to show up with full and total presence. Their direction has been locked, and the cards confirm there is no turning back from the path chosen. Obstacles are being overridden, not avoided, and the Chariot says they move through resistance rather than around it. Determination has replaced hesitation, and the Chariot confirms their entire focus is locked onto reaching you now. A conversation is being structured in their mind, and the Chariot confirms it will be delivered soon. Victory is attached to this card, and in this context, it points to a confession that lands firmly. Following that, we see the Page of Swords, and this card marks the exact moment words become action. The Page of Swords confirms a message is being prepared, one that carries honesty and full clarity. This card says they are choosing their words carefully, crafting a confession that matches what they truly mean. The Page of Swords represents initiative, and the cards confirm they are stepping out of silence voluntarily. No outside force is pushing them. This decision was born from an internal deadline that finally reached capacity. A new kind of bravery is forming inside them, one that prioritizes truth over the fear of loss. Their approach will be direct, and the Page of Swords confirms the delivery will feel sharp and honest. The words they bring will not be vague. The Page of Swords guarantees precision in how they confess. The Page of Swords confirms that their silence breaks soon, and the words they deliver will be unmistakable. Now, let us go ahead and dive into this because what they are hiding goes deeper than expected. There are confessions trapped inside them that have never touched the surface, and they ache to be spoken. They want things they have never admitted out loud, desires that would shift everything if you heard them. The words they hold back are not casual. They carry the full gravity of a life they envision. What they secretly crave is not just closeness, it is complete and permanent belonging with no exit door. They imagine waking beside you decades from now, and that image lives in their mind like a promise. Their hidden truth is that they already consider you theirs, even though no label has been placed yet. Here is our first card, the Lovers. And this card exposes the deepest confession buried inside their silence. The Lovers confirms they have already chosen you at a soul level, and that choice was never casual. What they will not say is that they compare every connection to yours, and nothing else measures up. The Lovers reveals a desire for spiritual partnership, the kind that goes beyond routine and into sacred territory. They secretly want to build rituals with you, shared mornings and quiet evenings that belong only to both. Their unspoken wish is to be fully seen by you, without filters and without the mask they wear. The Lover says they long to hear you claim them, because their greatest hidden fear is being unclaimed. They fantasize about the moment you look at them and say you feel the same, without hesitation attached. Vulnerability is what they crave most, a space where they can stop performing strength and just be held. The Lovers confirms their hidden confession is this: they do not just want your love, they need it. That confession alone would change everything, and they know it, which is exactly why it stays buried. That need terrifies them, because it removes every layer of control they have carefully constructed around themselves. Surrender is what they secretly desire, and the Lover says they have already surrendered without telling you. The next card is the Ace of Cups, and it reveals an overflow of emotion they cannot contain. The Ace of Cups says their love for you has reached a level that surprises even them. They did not expect to feel this intensely, and the depth of it has rewritten their understanding entirely. What they hide is that they have cried over you, not from sadness, but from overwhelming feeling. The Ace of Cups confirms a confession they will never volunteer. They imagined a future in full detail. Quiet mornings, holidays, shared evenings, they have pictured all of it with your face beside them always. Their hidden desire is domesticity with you, the kind of ordinary life that feels extraordinary together. The Ace of Cups reveals they want to give you everything, not material things, but emotional wholeness. Protection, devotion, and presence are what they secretly promise you, even though the vow has never been spoken. They secretly wish they could hand you their heart openly, without the risk of it being refused. What they conceal behind composure is a flood, and the Ace of Cups says it is entirely yours. Their emotional capacity has expanded because of this connection, and they carry gratitude even through the ache. Following that, we see the Seven of Cups, and this card unveils the private fantasies they guard closely. The Seven of Cups says their imagination runs wild when it involves you, and none is idle. They daydream about confessing, about your reaction, about the relief that would follow if you accepted them fully. Hidden within those fantasies is a version of life they believe is almost too beautiful to deserve. The Seven of Cups reveals they secretly fear that wanting this much makes them greedy or too intense. Their unspoken confession is that they have rehearsed telling you everything, and each version ends with your embrace. They will not admit that you already occupy the most private and most protected space inside their mind. The Seven of Cups confirms their desires are vivid, specific, and completely centered around a lifetime with you. Okay, come in close because what the cards reveal about your near future brings everything full circle. The timeline ahead holds confirmation, and the energy around this connection moves toward something permanent. Our first near future card is the Ten of Pentacles, and this one speaks directly to lasting union. The Ten of Pentacles confirms the bond between you two is headed toward long-term stability and roots. A foundation is being built that extends beyond just the two of you. It touches family and legacy. The Ten of Pentacles says commitment becomes visible soon, not hidden or private, but acknowledged and honored. Expect a shift where this connection transitions from unspoken to declared, and that transition carries deep peace. Permanence is what this card guarantees, and the Ten of Pentacles says the future is already taking shape. The next near future card is the Two of Cups, and it seals the mutual nature of this. The Two of Cups confirms what they feel is reflected back, and the cards see that balance clearly. Partnership is the word this card carries loudest, a meeting of two souls who recognize each other fully. The Two of Cups says reciprocity becomes undeniable soon, and both of you will feel that shift arrive. A moment of honest exchange is approaching, where walls dissolve and truth flows freely between you both. This card does not appear for one-sided connections. It only arrives when both hearts are aligned. What lies ahead is an encounter that redefines everything, and it arrives with clarity and genuine tenderness. The Two of Cups confirms that your next chapter together begins with mutual honesty and open vulnerability. Now for your advice card, the Hierophant, and this one asks you to trust sacred timing fully. The Hierophant says, do not rush what is unfolding. Let the natural rhythm of this connection guide you. Patience here is not passive, it is an act of faith that honors the process and respects order. The Hierophant advises you to remain grounded, stay open, and allow them the space to come forward. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. The Hierophant confirms protection is active. Let us bring the full message together now, because this reading opened with a powerful and specific truth. The message was that they want to marry you. They want forever. And the cards confirmed every word. Every card pulled today pointed toward a love that is genuine, devoted, and moving in your direction. From the first card to the last, the theme of permanent commitment never wavered or shifted once. This reading revealed certainty from both sides, and that certainty is ready to finally be spoken aloud. Now, here is a full recap of every card that appeared across this entire reading for you today. The Emperor showed their decision and loyalty, and the Four of Wands confirmed the energy of true union. The Knight of Pentacles sealed devotion, and the Queen of Cups honored your emotional depth beautifully. The Three of Swords validated your ache, the Star restored hope, and the Moon exposed their hidden fears. The Six of Cups traced emotional roots, and the Nine of Swords revealed the torment inside their silence. The Eight of Wands brought speed, the Chariot locked in determination, and the Page of Swords confirmed action. The lovers unveiled their deepest confession, and the Ace of Cups overflowed with the fullness of their feeling. The Seven of Cups held their private desires, and the Ten of Pentacles promised a lasting foundation. The Hierophant blessed your timing, and every card spoke the same language, forever with you at the center. This connection does not fade. It grows stronger with time, and the cards want you to carry that. What was spoken through this reading was not random. It was divinely placed and meant for your ears. You are deeply loved and chosen, and what moves toward you now carries the weight of a lifetime. Trust what you felt while listening, because your intuition confirmed what the cards revealed here for you. Your patience was never wasted. Your love was never invisible, and what you deserve is already arriving. You were never forgotten, and the cards confirmed that every quiet moment of faith was seen and honored, and the energy around this connection moves toward something permanent. Our first near future card is the Ten of Pentacles, and this one speaks directly to lasting union. The Ten of Pentacles confirms the bond between you two is headed toward long-term stability and roots. A foundation is being built that extends beyond just the two of you. It touches family and legacy. The Ten of Pentacles says commitment becomes visible soon, not hidden or private, but acknowledged and honored. Expect a shift where this connection transitions from unspoken to declared, and that transition carries deep peace. Permanence is what this card guarantees, and the Ten of Pentacles says the future is already taking shape. The next near future card is the Two of Cups, and it seals the mutual nature of this. The Two of Cups confirms what they feel is reflected back, and the cards see that balance clearly. Partnership is the word this card carries loudest, a meeting of two souls who recognize each other fully. The Two of Cups says reciprocity becomes undeniable soon, and both of you will feel that shift arrive. A moment of honest exchange is approaching, where walls dissolve and truth flows freely between you both. This card does not appear for one-sided connections. It only arrives when both hearts are aligned. What lies ahead is an encounter that redefines everything, and it arrives with clarity and genuine tenderness. The Two of Cups confirms that your next chapter together begins with mutual honesty and open vulnerability. Now for your advice card, the Hierophant, and this one asks you to trust sacred timing fully. The Hierophant says, do not rush what is unfolding. Let the natural rhythm of this connection guide you. Patience here is not passive. It is an act of faith that honors the process and respects order. The Hierophant advises you to remain grounded, stay open, and allow them the space to come forward. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. The Hierophant confirms protection is active. Let us bring the full message together now, because this reading opened with a powerful and specific truth. The message was that they want to marry you. They want forever, and the cards confirmed every word. Every card pulled today pointed toward a love that is genuine, devoted, and moving in your direction. From the first card to the last, the theme of permanent commitment never wavered or shifted once. This reading revealed certainty from both sides, and that certainty is ready to finally be spoken aloud. Now, here is a full recap of every card that appeared across this entire reading for you today. The Emperor showed their decision and loyalty, and the Four of Wands confirmed the energy of true union. The Knight of Pentacles sealed devotion, and the Queen of Cups honored your emotional depth beautifully. The Three of Swords validated your ache, the Star restored hope, and the Moon exposed their hidden fears. The Six of Cups traced emotional roots, and the Nine of Swords revealed the torment inside their silence. The Eight of Wands brought speed, the Chariot locked in determination, and the Page of Swords confirmed action. The lovers unveiled their deepest confession, and the Ace of Cups overflowed with the fullness of their feeling. The Seven of Cups held their private desires, and the Ten of Pentacles promised a lasting foundation. The Hierophant blessed your timing, and every card spoke the same language, forever with you at the center. This connection does not fade. It grows stronger with time, and the cards want you to carry that. What was spoken through this reading was not random. It was divinely placed and meant for your ears. You are deeply loved and chosen, and what moves toward you now carries the weight of a lifetime. Trust what you felt while listening, because your intuition confirmed what the cards revealed here for you. Your patience was never wasted,